Now we're at a Burger King. They want about 2 million for this property. It's a little less than a 6% cap rate. Now, I will tell you, I look at many properties and I don't pay attention to too much of cap rates because you really got to look at how they were calculated because some commercial brokers just don't know how to calculate a cap rate. Some figures that go into figuring out what the net operating income are incomplete. So you really got to look at the property, look at the lease term, because you're not buying it for today's market value. You're buying it for the life of that possible lease. So let me tell you a few things about this property. It's on a corner. The side road here, right here, goes into the signaled intersection of the main highway. This property has good exposure, but very difficult access. And I will show you what I mean. The rear access is by this shared road back here. And you see how the traffic just congregates there? It's hard to get in. So you can't get in. You can't cut through here. They got that blocked off, which they rightfully should. But let's go to the side exposure. So this road is actually the side road, but it backs up often, so you can't even get in here. See the traffic in front of me? It's very difficult. You're gonna have to splice this up so it doesn't show when I'm crossing the car. So, anyways, we got the property here sitting on the side, and it's got good exposure from the side, but the access to it, unless it's a destination spot, you're already past it when you get to the access because the access is back there and you got to come in. So let's go through the intersection and come up on the side, and I will show you what I mean. We'll do a wraparound of this property. So here we go. We're coming down, we're heading to the main road. And here, this is the second access here to the Burger King. And we got, see up there, it says Impossible Whopper. It's almost impossible access. So we come in, so it's on a sort of a pie shaped corner. You got the wraparound. See, this car's coming in from the side, almost front ended me. Over there is that other access that's tough. Here's your single drive through. And it's pretty narrow back here, to be honest with you. By today's standards, if somebody's in line there, you really got to come in. Then you got parking over here in the building over here, drive through facing the main. The building is side of the building faces the main road. Here's the main road, and here's the access from the main road. So you got multiple access points, but they're all difficult. They're all difficult, and they want a $2 million price for this with a 5 point something percent cap rate. So what I think of that is either, it's not an old Burger King building, it's more of a recent building. Obviously the traffic is good, exposure is good, access is difficult, but if people want it, they're going to get in here somehow. I'm not counting it out. I'm not saying I would pay $2 million for it. I would not recommend somebody paying $2 million for it. But it's a site that the building is set the best it possibly could be on this site. And it's got a lease, it's performing. So this is obviously better than the last site I looked at that had that horrible site. If you connect to the video, I would rather have the Burger King on the vacant Crystal site than this site, to be honest with you. There's just so much better access, so much better setup on that site. But it is what it is. They are where they are. So you have to consider each and every factor. Sometimes you get a better franchise with a lease on an inferior site to another closed QSR that's right down the street. That's what it is. That's why you got to look at them, compare them, see what the future is going to hold. Is it a fading franchise or up and coming franchise?